We have just listened to the Isolation Waltz, composed by 8-year-old pianist Stelios Kerasidis during the coronavirus lockdown. What an inspiring and beautiful piece to start our day with. Our first reaction may be that it's not really normal that an 8-year-old is such an eloquent composer. But this young boy has shown us the power of reimagination. So when so many of us who are supposed to be older and wiser despair at the lockdowns and hardships, it is an 8-year-old who guides us on how to be strong, how to reimagine our lives in isolation. Our Athens Democracy Forum, convened in association with the New York Times, is also 8 years old, and its task is also to reimagine how to move forward in this world that is as challenged as it has not been in many generations. So let us use this lovely isolation waltz to reimagine how democracy is to confront the new abnormal, the theme of this year's forum. So welcome to the 2020 Athens Democracy Forum and to this urgent challenge. That challenge is most immediately evident in the way the pandemic has made us reset the way we meet and deliberate. Our program this year has also been reset accordingly. Given where we are, here in Athens, allow me to point out that like demokratia, democracy, the word pandemos, pandemic, comes from the Greek language and has at its heart the same root, demos, the people. Pandemic is something that afflicts all people, pandemos, and today that means not only coronavirus, but also inequality, from which so many suffer in the world, climate change, which is an existential issue, migration, and the conflicts that send millions of people fleeing, the spread of authoritarianism, fake news, the intolerance for people of different gender, color, orientation, or religion. That is the new normal, for which the solution must be in democracy, the rule of the people, the rule of law. Let us hope that the pandemic of COVID-19 proves to be the catalyst for turning this new abnormal into a better and safer world. Citizen engagement and better governance. These are the two goals that our newly minted Democracy and Culture Foundation, the parent organization of the Athens Democracy Forum, is charged with pursuing. To that end, a stellar and diverse chorus of speakers is convening here in Athens, in person or virtually, to address these issues from a different perspective, sometimes contrarian, and to arm our guests and our foundation with ideas on which to concretely engage the challenges of all the pandemics I mentioned earlier. We are here to think, to talk, and to do. Importantly, to do. And for this doing, our forum and our foundation is now inviting strategic partners to help in this mission. By the end of this week, we will have gathered enough solutions, suggestions, and projects to turn into action and come back to you, same time next year, to let you know what will be achieved. And our hope is for our world to be better for it by next year, for the new normal to start emerging out of this abnormal. As you can imagine, it has been a very tricky time to be putting a conference together, in a similar way that it has been challenging for most of us in everything we do. But the hard work of our team and the support of our sponsors in particular have made it possible as well as creative and fun. I would like to thank our headline sponsor, Facebook, and it is much appreciated that in such a volatile year, we have great supporters who believe in the mission of Athens Democracy Forum. And joining Facebook in other levels of sponsorship, we have the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development, Microsoft, Google, the Council of Europe, the City of Athens, Greek National Tourism Organization, Aegean Airlines, OTE, Solidarity Now, Libra Group, and the National Bank of Greece. With the support of our sponsors, this forum extends far beyond this virtual gathering and into the special report that will be published in the New York Times International and its website next Saturday, October 10, where the highlights of this forum sessions will feature, reaching an even bigger audience that is now watching it. Our program this year, curated astutely by our editors, Kim Conniff-Tabor and Serge Schmeiman of the New York Times, picks up on all of these pandemics that I mentioned before, from the vantage point of how democracies and how different systems of governance can address and bounce back healthier and stronger from such crises. We do not want to simply defend democracy, but rather propose new models to help democracy evolve. The evolution of democracy is what the Athens Democracy Forum and its organizers, the Democracy and Culture Foundation, care most about. I invite you to join our colleagues, partners, and in a sign of our times, your fellow virtual delegates, in making this a productive and consequential forum. And please engage with social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, especially Twitter, at Forum Athens, #AthensDemocracy. I'm now standing on the rooftop of the Grand Britannia Hotel, where the studio is under my feet. But before we go to the studio, let us now fly virtually from Athens to London in lightning speed, with another symbolic backdrop and an opening provocation by John Alexander of the New Citizenship Project. It is all about citizen engagement.